Hi, Thiago Noel. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Maya DayKeeper. Eduardo Ferronato here, and today I'm going to be doing something different here in the channel. It's going to be our first Q&A video. I'm going to be going through some of the questions you send me throughout my videos in the community or the DMs on Instagram. So today I might go through 3 or 4 questions, depending on how long it takes me to reply to one of them. And before we start, I just would like to invite you to subscribe to my newsletter. If you'd like to receive more information about the Maya calendar, information about the Trecenas, I have been sending newsletter very often in there. So to subscribe to my newsletter, you can go to the link in my description or go to mayadaykeeper.me and subscribe in any page that you see in my website. Okay? And also, if you enjoy my content, you have been enjoying the videos that I post here, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you like my video, just please make sure you leave the thumbs up because it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's just hop straight to the point here. So I will begin replying the questions from the community. This first one was sent by Daniela Rossi. Can you explain the yearly cycles? I know that we are in Kabla Uknaor, next is Oshla Yek, but is there something about them to track during the year? Thank you for your question, Daniela. This is very interesting, especially because the new month, the new year is just around the corner. So it would be good to begin with this question. And yes, there is a way to track the year. To track the year, we're going to be following a different type of counting. You all are used to hear about the Oshilahukernen, the Trecena, or the 13-day cycle, which I talk a lot. I do the analysis here. So this is a way, this is one of the countings that we have. We have many more. But to follow the cycle of the month, we're going to be following the Winak-Irnen, or the Vintena, or the 20-day cycle. But to follow the 20-day cycle, we're not going to be following a linear progress of the counting. It's not like 1 to 13. We're going to be following the Maya progress that is an intertwining way with the numbers, which is how the Maya see time flowing, going back and forth. So we're going to be following that. 1, 8, 2, 9, 3, 10, 4, 11, 5, 12, 6, 13, 7, and it goes back to 1. So that's the progression in the Maya counting. So you can start getting familiar with that. So for the month, we're going to be following the 20 days counting. So to follow the 20 days counting, we're going to be taking a nominal Nawal, one of the months, like the Naor, the Nawal, the thoughts, or the thinker. And 20 days later, we're going to be coming back again to Naor. So that's how we're going to be tracking the return, what every individual Nawal is doing in its own cycle. We know that the cycles of the Cholqij are 260 days. So the year, we extend a little bit more because the Cholqij is only 9 months. So for the year, we're going to be following the 360-day cycle, which is 18 times the repetition of the same nominal Nawal. To explain that, we begin with this current month, the Kabla Uknaor, 12 thoughts, 12 thinker. And 20 days later, it's going to be 6 Naor, 6 thoughts. And then we're going to be continuing following that until it returns. So 6 Naor, 13 Naor, 7 Naor, 1 Naor, 8 Naor, 2 Naor, 9, 3, 10, 4, 11, 5, 12. 12 now returns, we have the second round of the month. But then we're going to be continuing. Then by 9 months, we already know what this elder is doing during this reign. We can already know what has been his type of work. So, but we're going to be continuing for more rounds, more 5 rounds. So the 12 Naor goes to 6 Naor, 13 Naor, 7 Naor, 1 Naor, 8 Naor. So when 8 Naor, 5 cycles after the return, the completion of the 260 days, we're going to be having this mom leaving his charge, just like a boss, just finishing the work in the company. And we're going to be having 5 days of preparation to begin the reign of the new boss, the new mom, the new elder, which is going to be Osh Lahu Yik, 13 wind. So when 8 Naor stops, leaves his charge, we have this preparation that we call Tzarpikir in Quiche, which means closing days, which is going to be 90 hash, the cut, 10 kawuk, the sheet lightning, the 11 hunarpu, 11 sun, the 12 imosh, 12 water, and then the 5th day it begins the reign of the new mom, Osh Lahu Yak. So we have this cycle of preparation for the new mom. So this is how we follow the cycle of the mom. So every 20 days that the mom begins, we're going to be having the return of that. So for what we can use this cycle of the mom, most of the stuff tends to be about agricultural purposes, but you can implement these 20-day cycles, especially to track the results and to track the influences that this mom, this elder, is bringing to us. This is the cycle that I use the most to work with my clients whenever I'm developing some business or to personal projects. This is, for me, it's better than following only the Trecena. This gives you a better way to track the results that you are having, what you have to do, and to later on you see everything that you have done. So this is how we track the cycle of the mom. Remembering that the mom are not all the Nawals, not all of them are moms. They are only the Naor, the thoughts, the thinker, the Yik, that is the wind, the Ker, the deer, and the I, the pathfinder. These are the only 4 elders. Another thing that is very important now that we are talking about the mom is also very important because it's always the 3rd phase, our 3rd main Nawal. Many people only count the Nawal that you are born in the Cholqij, in the Trecena. Adding the mom will give you 50% of your own nature. So pay attention to your mom. When I say mom, it sounds like I'm talking to your mother, but your elder, your ear. Okay? Let's go to the next question. What are the real color and directions for each Nawal? So there is no consensus about the colors. They can vary from tradition to tradition. In my lineage, in the Quiche tradition, we follow the red for the east or sunrise family of Nawals that are Bat, Tikin, Kawuk, Akabal, and Ker. Yellow color, the south, means the sun in zenith. We go through I, Ahmak, Hunarpu, Kat, and Kanil. Then the white color, the north family or sun in Nadir. We go through Ah, Naor, Imosh, Kan, and Tor. Then the last one, the black color, is related to the west direction or the sunset, which is going to be Ishvalam, Tihash, Ik, Kame, and Tzi. So the colors are only a type of classification to distinguish the families of the Nawals. But in reality, they are not very important because other traditions, they might change these colors, they might change the directions, but this is only a way to distinguish them. So there is no really proper or the true way or the authentic way, okay? Whenever we talk about like the design and glyphs that we often see here on the internet, usually it's only to facilitate for you to see the shift of a family of Nawal. It always goes from red, yellow, white, black. Red, yellow, white, black. But in conceptualization, the colors of the glyphs, they tend to be all red. You can see many epigraphies, you can see many things, they are all placed there in red color because they represent the blood and the dreams and the consciousness that is running through our blood. Like this square that you can see here in the image represents the blood system. The image of the Nawal talks about like this consciousness that is running through our blood, and the curls or the legs in there talks about the dreams, how consciousness expresses itself to us through the dreams. So that's the basic conceptualization of the glyphs, if you didn't know. So let's go for the last question, otherwise this video is going to be very long. Sent by Alexander. Hey Eduardo, I recently found your channel. I have been watching 4 to 5 videos a day. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate you, brother. I have a question. What Nawal in our Trecena is more important, 1 or 13? I am 4 now, and in many readings I was told that my 1 Ishvalam is the most important and the only one that matters in Trecena. I recently came back from Guatemala where I visited a small town called Ixtahuacan. Oh, I know this town. And a DayKeeper told me that the 13 Kame is the one that I should pay attention. His Spanish wasn't very good and I couldn't understand him very well, but I felt a lot more related of what he told. I see that you speak a lot of more than 13 and I would like to hear your explanation. Thank you for your question, Alexander. So I have a video here that I will link here, which I talk a little bit about that. Which is the most important, the 1 or the 13? Actually, there is no such a thing as more important Nawal. Remember, the Trecena is a system. Your Nawal belongs to the system you pertain to. The Nawal 1, as I mentioned here in the channel, is the spring, is the ignition, like it's a soft beginning, like the water looking for a path. So the Nawal 1 talks about how you initiate things. Just like every single Nawal of your Trecena is going to be related to a reflection in your personality. For example, the Nawal 8 talks about what you express in a social role. So you are for Nawal, but in social atmospheres, what people can see from you is Ebi Mosh. Just like, and then another Nawal, for example, the Nawal 9 talks about your private life. What do you do in closed doors whenever you are at home or the close people? So people will see your Belayah Ik, 9 wind. So this is how you tend to behave there. So every Nawal from your Trecena will be talking something important on how your system works, how the dynamics of your personality works. But the 13 talks about the accumulation. After all of these Nawals do their dynamics, what express all of them is the accumulation, is the 13. So whenever we talk about the 13, talks about your entire system, what do you do in accumulation, how, like all your efforts and all your tries to reach your goal, where you want to get to express your Nawal. So this is the most influential phase that you should be looking at, okay? So but it doesn't mean that the 13 is less important than 1. All of them, they belong to a system. We cannot isolate a Nawal to tell, oh, this is more important than the other. But the 13 express what you do in totality. And now 1, it's all about what you begin with. So it's a soft beginning, but what defines you, defines all you do, your system, is the 13. So that's why, in some lineages, like especially like the most traditional ones, we follow the Oshilahu, the 13 of your Trecena. So if you pay attention to the 13 of your Trecena, you represent all the actions. So talking about the 13, you're already talking about the number 1, the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all together. Just try to pay attention to all the Nawals of your corporation. Study your Trecena. Okay, so then you're going to be having many extra clues about your system, about your ways to behave. Okay, I'm going to stop from here because this video is already very long. And once again, don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter because I have been posting a lot in there. So not only about the Trecena, but I talk some other different subjects that might be interesting for you. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go to my website, mayadaykeeper.me. And if you'd like to have a consultation with me to go through the dynamics of your Trecena, study in your corporation, go through the other countings that people don't talk, you can access that my page that I'm also going to be linking here in the description. That's it for today. Thank you so much, and I see you all on my next video. Kamoa ni malah king kamawa.